Check this out, guys. Genesis just unveiled two absolutely insane new cars, the Magma GT and the GV60 Magma. And today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about them. First, let's start off with the GV60 Magma. So Genesis is launching their high-performance brand Magma with the GV60. It's powered by two electric motors that make 609 horsepower, but it has a boost function that lasts for 15 seconds that can boost power up to 641 horsepower and 538 pound-feet of torque. That's good to sprint it from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and onto a top speed of 164 miles an hour. But one of my favorite parts of this car is it looks 95% the same as the concept, which is very rare in the automotive world. So we've got a very aggressive front bumper, we've got canards on the side for additional downforce, a revised underbody, we have lowered suspension, revised suspension, as well as 400mm rotors, 21-inch wheels, 275s all around. But I love the fact that they kept the rear wing from the concept because it just makes it look so unique compared to other electric SUVs on the market. But the real magic happens on the inside and what it is actually like to drive. Inside of the GV60 Magma now, and it feels really high-end. I am in love with these seats. Now we have a bespoke steering wheel for the Magma with a boost button that increases power up to 641 horsepower for up to 15 seconds. On the Ioniq 5N, it was 10 seconds. Then we also have a Magma button that switches between GT mode and Sprint mode. If we enter Magma mode, you'll notice we have a specific Magma display on the instrument cluster as well as the infotainment, giving us a whole bunch of performance timer options, as well as a really cool indicator for the tachometer. We also have paddles on the steering wheel for the virtual gear shift. So it simulates the G-force difference in between gears, so you can feel like you're actually driving an internal combustion car with an 8-speed DCT transmission, which is really cool. Drive mode selector is down here from reversed, neutral, drive. We also have heated and cooled seats, climate control here as well. You can also activate drift mode. So if you put it into drift mode, it shifts the power more to the rear wheels so you can slide this thing around. Now, let's hear what it sounds like. So if we click the Magma button here, we are in My mode and we can switch to GT that makes it more comfortable, Sprint mode, which gives you the maximum acceleration and performance, and My mode, which is fully customizable. So this is the GV60 Magma concept car, and as you can tell, it's nearly indistinguishable from the production car, which never happens in the car world, and I am so happy about that because it is such a good design. We've got that aggressive front grille. I mean, there's a slight change to the front grille. It still has the canards, slightly bigger wheels. One part that I do love about the concept is I wish they did have these cutouts in the widened fenders. That looks pretty darn cool. The wing is slightly different. It's a little bit larger on the concept, as is the rear diffuser. But in general, the overall car is very, very similar. Okay, now this thing is absolutely insane. The Genesis wingback concept, a shooting brake that actually looks like a full-blown production car. I'm praying they actually build this. How aggressive is that front end? The massive grille, the nice dual line signature to Genesis, massive wheels, enormous brakes. One of my favorite parts about the car is the cuts in the front fenders right here. That is so trick. I imagine to reduce turbulent airflow from the wheel well and coming around to the rear of the car, this is where things get insane. Check out the stacked exhaust with differing diameter pipes. That looks absolutely crazy. And we also have two different integrated spoilers into the bodywork. Now, this is a car I'm extremely excited about, the Magma GT concept. Now, while this is a concept car, because Genesis plans to race in GT3, they need a homologated production car. So they have to make a road car version of this to enter GT3. And given the fact that the GV60 concept looks so close to the GV60, I'm praying that the road car looks something like this. And they are planning, they've kind of hinted at the fact that they're going to make a supercar or sports car of sorts in the future. The design language is insane. Look at these heat extraction vents to cool what sounded like a naturally aspirated V8 during the reveal. We've got a massive knockaduct on the hood, kind of reminds me of a Lamborghini Countach. The rear end is pretty insane. It's got a triple exhaust. The diffuser is absolutely massive. Look at the see-through diamond cut shape for that rear grille. Now coming around to the side reveals one of the coolest features of the car. It actually has butterfly doors like a McLaren. Now there's only one fuel filler right here, so I'm guessing, hopefully, it's not a hybrid and it's just internal combustion. Massive brakes on the front, and I love the fact that the headlights actually protrude out of the bodywork. Look at this. They're hanging out of the side. That is so darn cool. And the front grille is so aggressive. Guys, everyone let Genesis know that they absolutely need to build this car.
Ready?
So this is pretty cool. We're now getting a tour of the facility that builds the new Le Mans Hypercar. We've got a scale model over there. Check out how clean. Everything is just white and spotless, but get a load of the new Le Mans car. Here it is. We first saw this in New York at the reveal, and then again at Le Mans for the 24-hour of Le Mans. This thing is going to be competing next year in 2026, and pretty cool to actually see it being worked on. Look, we've got the full exposed carbon fiber chassis right here. That is awesome. Look how small the little windshield wiper is. So the engine is actually made in-house. They combined two different 1.6-liter turbocharged four-cylinders from the Hyundai WRC car to make a 3.2-liter twin turbocharged V8 capable of well over 700 horsepower. Obviously, they have to limit it because it's in the hypercar class to around 670 horsepower. But it's really cool they actually made their own motor. The design language of this is so cool. I love how the livery goes from darker red, symbolizing that it's hotter at the rear of the car, to lighter orange in the front. And those exposed wheel arches are just insane, as is that roof scoop. Coming around to the front of the car, we get that signature dual line design, insane canards. We even have a weather temperature sensor right here on the hood to measure the climate during the race.